Hi there, so I'm going to be working on appropriate speed today. I'm going to have 3 cameras, one ahead of us, one on the speedo and one on the feet, so you can see what I'm up to. Let's get some driving done. If you wonder what speed limit on this road is, it's 30 mile an hour. I'm in second gear at the moment. I've just pulled off. And with appropriate speeds, it's all about doing what's reasonably safe within the speed limit, not going too fast, not going too slow. I'm in third gear now. It's fairly clear ahead of us, and I'm doing 27, 28 miles an hour. You know, as long as you don't go over the speed limit, you're fine. But if you're going too slow, then you're encouraging people to overtake you. You're encouraging possibly an accident, because they're going to overtake you in a dangerous spot. They always do. And on your driving test, you're going to get faults for going too slow. Now, like I say, it's a 30 mile an hour road. If you can do 30, 28, that's fine. Doesn't have to be maximum speed to be happy on the driving test. I'm looking there, I'm doing 28, 29 miles an hour. It's fairly clear ahead of me. I can see fairly clear ahead of me, so it makes it easier. And this is what you've got to keep saying. If you can see ahead of you, you can plan things. You can plan what's the right speed, what's the right gear. And remember, I'm in third gear at the moment, just cruising along. It makes it a lot easier when you can see ahead of you. And we'll take the, not this left, but the next one, and see where it takes us. So I'm looking what's going on. Next left turn, dropping down to second gear for the turn, going around the corner about 18, 12 miles an hour. And there's a few more parked cars, which you're going to get on side roads. I'm back to third gear. I'm not hanging around, but I can't see past that bend, so I'm going to be a little bit careful. Cover the brake, looking at the road. I can see a bit further up the road, but it's parked cars making it a little bit difficult. I'm going to pull into this little space here for that black car, pop it into first gear. So when you've got lots of parked cars, you've got to be a little bit more aware of the danger of people coming around corners or around bends or pulling out from side roads. So I'm just covering the brake. Oh, he's gone into that space. Now he's fine. Now look beyond him. Look for that blue car and the white car, the reflections on the panels, if there's anything moving towards us. That's what I'm looking for. Look on the silver car, see what's coming. And I'm just in second gear, just cruising along, gently on the gas. I don't want to go too fast. Back to third gear. I can see there's a truck ahead of us with flashing lights on. You can definitely see me. I'm in third gear at the moment. I'm slowing down for this truck. Oh, I'll just let him get through because he's blocking the road there. So he's not looking ahead very far then, was it? Because he could quite easily pull over there and he could see me coming through. Maybe he didn't look. But as soon as he started coming through, I'm slowing down, and that's why you got to say, keep an eye on dangers, keep an eye on what's going on. It's easy then. I'm popping in third gear, just easing off the gas a little bit, and I'm following it down here. Now it's quite dangerous. I'm going to drop down to second gear because I can't see what's coming, and I'm moving my body to check. I can see up the road, nothing's coming, but lots of parked cars on bends. Cover the brake, and then keep looking at the road. That car's reversing onto the road, and then the left turn at the end of here. So it's mirrors to the left, signals to the left. I'm in second gear, checking to the right and left, and it's clear, and I'm following the road ahead. Back to third gear now because it's a clear road, and this is what you've got to keep saying to yourself. If I can see clearly, I want to take advantage of that. I don't want to go slow, because if I'm on my driving test, the examiner's going to look at my speed. He might even look over his shoulder at the speed. And I'm dropping down to second gear for this speed bump and the priority sign, keeping out the second gear. Oh, he's turning, checking my mirror to come out, and I'm going left here. Now as I turn left, it goes from a 30 zone, I can just see it there, you might be able to see it in the camera, to a 20 zone. So I'm going to keep it in second gear. Now the car I'm driving now, if you wondered, it's a 1.4 petrol engine, and I'm doing, just topped it over there, so drop back. So it went over 20, went to 21. As soon as you realise, bring it back down. And if I was in third gear, it'd be way too fast for the gear. It'd be going way too fast for the road. Keep an eye on that car on the left. Oh, that's fine. You can never tell, you've got to be careful. It looked like he was starting to walk towards the pedestrian crossing then, so that's why I started slowing down a bit. Back to third gear now, we're coming to a 30 zone. Check my speed, I'm doing 27 miles an hour, so that's reasonable. If I was doing about 20, it'd be too slow, because I can see quite clearly ahead of me. And that's what you got to keep saying. If you're going too slow, cars behind you, motorbikes, they're going to try and overtake you. They're going to start bibbing you, they're going to start flashing you to go faster. But, and this is what you've got to remember as a new driver. So I'm slowing down for second gear here, slowing right down to check to the right, see if it's clear. And it is. And I'm doing about, I think about 10 miles an hour there. So after you pass your test, you are going to get tailgaters behind you flashing you. Two things: know the speed limit. So as long as you know the speed limit, so it's a 30 mile an hour road, I'm in third gear, I'm doing 27 miles an hour, I'm not going slow. And if they're flashing you to go faster on a road like this, then they've got to be stupid really, haven't they? Because there's too many cars, too many bends, I'm looking ahead. But if it's a straight road, you want to be thinking about doing, I'm just going to drop to second gear so I can see a car coming to be safe. That's it, yeah. You see me at the same time. Back to third gear. So I slowed down for a second then because I could just see a car come into view. So I wanted to be careful that I'd slow down. And we're going to do a right turn at the junction. So yeah, going back to the person, if someone's flashing you from behind, know the speed limit, know what you're doing, and if you're doing a reasonable speed, don't worry about them. Just keep an eye on the fact that they might try and do something silly. But I'm in first gear at the moment. As soon as I straighten up, second gear. I don't want to hold in first for too long. Build that speed up, pop it in third. 30 mile an hour road, I'm doing 27, 28 miles an hour. That's reasonable, doesn't have to hit maximum speed. By the way, if you're enjoying the video and it's helping you this, give it a thumbs up, feel free to share it. And I can see ahead of me, there's a roundabout, there's a zebra crossing, so I'm checking my rear view mirror. That's obstacles that's going to cause me to slow down, which means if I'm slowing down, I'm going to change down gear at the same time. I'm going to do a right turn at this roundabout, and the second one, I'm going to do a left. Centre mirror right, drop into second gear, the third gear is too fast in this car. And I'm going to go left, keep it in second gear, keep an eye on that blue car he's indicating. So I'm going to let him go. See how he cut across the roundabout? Wrong. Don't do that. I'll put a link at the top, by the way, on roundabouts if you're not sure about roundabouts. And on this road here, let that blue car pull away a bit. I'm keeping it in second gear just because there's quite a few speed bumps. So even though it's a 30 mile an hour road, you're not going to get to 30. Now if your car's struggling to do 20 miles an hour, then you might have to go up a gear. So them speed bumps are 15, 20 mile an hour. These speed bumps are 10, so I'm checking my mirrors and slowing down for a lower speed. And then off the brake, let the car bounce over it. I can't remember what speed, maybe about 10, 12 mile an hour. It's hard to say sometimes, about checking it all the time. And that's what you got to keep saying to yourself is, you shouldn't keep checking your speed up on the low speeds, but you need to know what you're doing. So I'm slowing down a little bit, looking ahead. There's looks like some temporary traffic lights, and I'm slowing down for 10 miles an hour. And because there's temporary traffic lights, I'm clutching it at this point, slowing down. And if you're behind a car, just so you know, make sure you can see your tyres. Now that person on the right, I'm gonna wave them through so they can get out of the way, because they've been waiting patiently there, and it's easy for you to let them go, and it makes their day and it makes you feel good. So it's a win-win really. You know, she was looking to pull out and she's been waiting patiently. So we're going to go left this roundabout. So I'm checking my mirrors, signaling left. I'm in second gear, covering the brake, and following the road ahead. Now the danger here is you've got bends, and if you look on the left, we've got bin bags. So there's a possibility we're going to come across a bin truck or a bin collection. So I'm just in third gear, just not pressing it hard, just gently on the gas, following it round. And I can see it bends to the right, checking my mirrors come out. As I come round the corner, there's a few parked cars there, so I'm dropping down to second gear. But it's definitely clear, back up to third gear. I won't want to race round that bend then. I'm in third gear now. You can see the speedometer, it's about 25 miles an hour. I'm not hitting 30 because it's too dangerous, covering the brake for the bend. And the same thing again, as I reach the bend, cover the brake. And remember, if you're going to start braking or you're going to cover the brake, just check your rear view mirror. Make sure it's clear, it's safe behind you, because if someone's right close behind you, you want to be braking gently. And I'm back on the gas a bit for the bend, coming up, checking my mirrors, cover the brake for the bend. A bit more braking, off the brake to go. As soon as you're seeing that car, you're thinking slowing down. And it's second in third gear quite easy here. Second gear might be a little bit slow, you know, for the driving test. Depends on I suppose where the cars are parked. I'm looking at the road, it's clear, the car's not struggling in third, so I'm leaving it to go along in this. And I'm going to pull over on the left, checking my mirrors, signalling in between the driveways, braking, clutching. If you've enjoyed the video, by the way, fantastic, and check out my next video next week.